Right. No nonsense, real and raw, just like you like it.
He's corrupt, he's inexperienced, and he lies.
Broadcasting from a broom closet in the Arizona Lotus Studios, it's Beef Vegan Presents.
Yo, welcome back to the show. It's Beef Vegan Presents live on Rock 102.1 KFMA, streaming worldwide at KFMA.com. On this beautiful Tuesday, March 3rd. Good morning, Tuesday. Good morning, Tucson. I hope you guys are enjoying that lunar eclipse out there. You still got a little bit of time to see it. The blood red moon that is above the sky, ominously hanging over our heads. Honestly, I'd feel better about having a blood red lunar eclipse like 2 weeks ago. In the midst of war is kind of eerie. It's not necessarily the best timing for a blood red moon around the world, but as you know, things are escalating for Operation Epic Fury, the war that sounds like an energy drink. The war that actually, as someone pointed out online that I saw, Epic Fury has the same initials as, Epstein Files. Interesting. That's the one thing you could always count on the internet for, is they will be able to connect the dots, whether or not there was dots to connect or not. They're just like, there it is right there. You're like, oh, we got him again. Yes, the war in Iran is escalating, with conflict spreading across the Middle East, all over the place. In fact, actually, as the U.S. and Israel have launched sustained military strikes against Iran, taking out all of their Navy ships. But Iran is responding by bombing everyone around them. And they are threatening to unleash the gates of hell on the rest of the world, which doesn't sound great, right? And now how's that affect us here? Well, obviously, it elevates our stress levels of thinking about the tragedy and the, uncertainty of a war. And will this escalate into, I think every year for the past 10 years, we've been concerned and saying, oh, it's World War III, or it's going to be. But, along with the elevated stress, there is a financial impact with Iran's conflict right now. Of course, this is the Middle East. So you might be seeing oil prices start to rise and gas prices start to rise here for Americans. And that's part of it, because again, with just the tanker routing in that area, analysts are warning that oil prices are climbing because of this. Now, we just recently made friends with Venezuela, so maybe it won't be that much of an impact, but that's the thing. Every time there's one of these wars, prices go up. Now, global instability is happening beyond the Middle East. Pakistan and Afghan conflict and Lebanon's internal tensions are rising as well. And I just want to ask you, this is how I want to start the show today. This is information that you guys probably know, you've been seeing, you've been following along as well. I'll start off the show, open up the phone lines. How do you feel about this conflict? Do you feel like, this is something that we need to just pull the Band-Aid and get it over with? Or are you upset that we are in this conflict and we started this to following the lead of Israel? It looks like it. And that was actually stated by Marco Rubio. He was like, hey, we needed to do this because we knew there was going to be retaliation against U.S. bases once Israel struck Iran. So we just had to team up and start striking Iran, and get ahead of it, so to speak. Now, there has been some, U.S. embassies that have been targeted in the Middle East. I'm still shocked about Dubai. The fact that Dubai is getting hit in all this. I thought they were the safe zone just because the amount of money that Dubai is generating, and they're allies with essentially everybody, it would seem, because they have the green. But we'll see. 600 KFMA, 600-5362. What do you feel about this conflict? Let's go to the phones here. Rock 1.1, what's your name?
Good morning, it's Dustin.
Hey, Dustin. All right, what do you feel about this conflict here?
I think we need to mind our own GD business, man. I understand that we've got ties around the world. I got it. We've got assets we need to protect. But I'm not a fan of the current administration, but he ran on the I'm the no war president, and that's just not what we're seeing. I mean, it's just more lies, and it's the same on both sides. But it's just frustrating. You know, it seems like there's never a time where we're not bombing someone else or stealing something for their country or changing their leadership. And I mean, it's got to end, man. We really need to push for peace and stop killing people.
Yeah. I couldn't agree with you more, dude. I mean, honestly, it does seem like every problem and conflict that we kind of start or create for the sake of change and the sake to help just makes the situation worse, and we create more enemies. And that's how it's been for the last 30 plus years at the very least, right? So, but we've been programmed and taught that we're the good guys, And I don't know if we could continue to say that eventually. I don't think we could have been saying that here for since the 2000s. I don't know. But yeah, I appreciate that.
There's always two sides to every story, man. And I think that you're exactly right. We're programmed to believe that everyone else spits propaganda and we don't. Let's try and gain a perspective of somebody else. You might learn something. We might learn something as a country if we can just kind of understand how other people think and try and find a common ground rather than just, bulldoze our way through the world.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you. Now, I will say this, though. I mean, there are Iranian nationals that are happy about the regime change. But, of course, they're happy about the knee-jerk reaction. Yes, the Ayatollah is gone. The Ayatollah, obviously had a very strict regime and stripped away a lot of their freedoms. And especially for women, right? And so, yeah, they're celebrating the fact that the Ayatollah is gone, but that doesn't mean a regime change or even a thought change as far as how the companies or the country is going to be ran. And that will be interesting to see, because we've all seen by now the pictures of Iran in 1979, right? And the beautiful people living free. And it just looked like, it looked like New York. They're wearing bell bottoms and they got hot chicks everywhere and they look happy. And then, of course, that got stripped away from them and it got super religious. And, of course, with the Ayatollah and, everything else. But with this, the Ayatollah being gone, I don't know if the next person in charge is going to be like, let's go back to 1979 or let's just double down on our regime. So we'll see. I appreciate the call, Dustin. I'm going to answer this other line. All right, let's Rock 1 2.1. Who's this?
This is Pete.
All right, Pete. What do you feel about this story? Good morning, Pete.
I want to weigh in on the Iran thing.
Please do.
I would hate to be the devil's advocate, but in Iran, I mean, they're killing people for their sexual orientation,
Yep.
And they chanted death to Israel. We don't want to see a September 11th, and we don't want a nuclear explosion, them getting that. I mean, their whole reason for existence is kind of like to hate our way of life.
Right.
So standing up for ourselves is, sometimes you got to punch a bully in the face and take that power away from them. So we don't have another September 11th. We don't have another October 7th. I mean, those people are the main sponsors of terror, and it's a sad thing. Everybody hates war. Everybody hates war, but sometimes you got to get up and punch a bully in the face. And I'm not an advocate for war at anything. We all want peace, but sometimes there's got to be peace through strength. And again, I don't want to be the devil's advocate because I hate what's going on. I mean, I hate all these administrations. I think all the politicians are full of crap, and they're just living off ours. And we all hate war, but we have to protect ourselves in some way, and we have to protect our way of life.
I totally understand that, and I agree with that. I agree with that, and I think it's a growing consensus of people that just grow a distrust for the politicians on both sides of the aisle. There's so much in the middle that just like, God, you guys all suck. I will counter though, saying that they're not everyone is against the war. The companies that profit off of war are very much for the war. And like I was saying to Dustin, yes, absolutely, the people in Iran to get their freedom back would be fantastic. I don't know if that will be the case just because you take out the Ayatollah. I'm concerned that once it gets to the next person in charge, they just double down on the old regime rules, and then we're back where we started from. And that's the part where I'm, concerned about. I hope that isn't the case. Like all this, like chaos and death ends up being for absolutely nothing, right? But
I just, Black Sabbath war pigs. The politicians are going to send our children in to fight. I mean, my kids are 20, 25, and I don't want to see them going to war and getting killed over anybody's stupidity.
yeah, you know what?
And that's wherever you are in the world, just stop being stupid. Can't we all just, like John Lennon said, just love one another, live in peace? I'd like to go back to the 70s where we're all just smoking pot and loving on one another.
Well, the good thing about that is pot is legal now, so we could get a head start on that, Pete. And I'll meet you wherever. We can start the peace movement today. 420, my friend.
Let's do it.
Yeah. And then Pete mentioned like War Pigs by Sabbath, and then I was like, oh, you know what? That's a great way to open up the show. So I was solo to open up the show this morning, and as opposed to what Todd assumed I was going to do was talk about my feelings about the war or give details about that. That wasn't what my intention was at all. But I wanted to know what your thoughts were, right? And so I was able to open the phone lines, and luckily I did get a couple calls on that. And I think that's most important. Now, look, we are going to do a lot of fun and distractions and pop culture stuff like we normally do. We got some fun viral videos. I got Survey Says that I'm going to do on the air, but it's almost irresponsible to ignore what's happening right now. And right now, the bombs and everything are going crazy over there. But that's not what's upsetting me the most. What's upsetting me the most is that Armageddon is trending. And now Armageddon has trended on social media before. And it's usually an oversimplification, exaggeration of sorts, even though there are places in the world right now that it definitely feels that. But the reason why Armageddon is trending right now is disturbing to me, and it actually infuriates me. And it's because there is an email that went out to troops, to U.S. troops everywhere. U.S. commanders came across more than 30 military bases, told troops the Iran war is part of quote unquote God's plan, and it linked it to Armageddon. The commander said that Trump was anointed by Jesus to light the signal fire in Iran to cause Armageddon. Right now, this is against the Military Religious Freedom Foundation, and they say it has received over 110 similar complaints describing the war as biblically sanctioned and a sign of the Christian end times. That's the email going out to troops right now. It's this email right here, this is actually the complaint saying this is what troops are saying and complaining to that, and that fucking sucks. Mm-hmm. That's not cool at all. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens as it continues to go. But, to have military officials say, it's time to signal the end of times. I'm just getting started, man. I'm not ready for the end.
No, nor am I.
Right.
No, thank you.
Yeah. And, it'd be great to see my boy Jesus, you know what I mean? But you know what, Jesus, you can take your time, dude.
Your homie?
Yeah, my homie.
Do you remember those shirts?
Which ones?
Jesus is my homie shirts.
No.
Do you remember how popular they were, though?
Oh,
Does anybody remember that?
That's good. Did you guys see this? So what do you feel? And in the comments and stuff, just sound off, dude, because, obviously this is a serious thing. We have a bunch of people jumping on from all over the place that are catching the stream at the first time. How do you feel as a mom? It's easy for us to, we want to be distracted and know that we want it to be over with as quick as possible. We want the people of Iran to be free and everything. We want it just to be resolved and over with. And we want to be able to, most importantly, just live our lives. And that's just the majority of everybody, right? We just want to, be happy, be free, and free to do the things that, make us feel complete. So, yeah, you got no thoughts on that?
No, I just want to raise good humans,
Right.
And it's scary.
Yeah. Religion should play zero part in this from our side or any side. Religion on the other side is what really was restrictive to the people there, and that's why so many Iranians were celebrating the fall of the Ayatollah. And that was happy to see. And I was like, okay, maybe there is some good there, right? Maybe that needs to change definitely needs to change for the people of Iran. And I've known Iranians, right? My friend Nima was from Iran. His family was Muslim. I knew them in junior high. That's where I kind of learned a lot about that culture. And they were, immigrants and became citizens to escape that repressive regime. And they were appreciative of everything that America had to offer. And I get that, so, and I hope that for them. I hope this is over with as quick as possible. And yes, it is. Mari hit the nerd alert on me. Yes, she did. All right. We're getting on the air. It's time to do a survey says. So there's a lot of things that we got to get to. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. We're live on the podcast broadcast talking all types of stuff. I do have some viral videos I'm going to share with you today, too, including Ryan Gosling doing an interview. Like, last week we went viral because, our Darby Allin interview went off the rails.
Yeah.
It was a little weird, right?
So good.
Yeah, this guy kind of had the same situation where he was on a tour of the Grand Canyon and his bus broke down. And they were stuck long enough to where he had to do his much anticipated interview with Ryan Gosling on the side of the road in Arizona. And Ryan Gosling, being the sweetheart he is, couldn't even do the interview because he was just too concerned about this man's well-being. I'll share that clip with you on the podcast broadcast. But first, it's time for a segment that we do to help you keep your finger on the pulse, how we feel as a society. It's time for another round of Survey Says. So I know this is your favorite, and I've already accumulated a ton of surveys just to start off the week, Mari. So here's our first one. I'm going to ask you straight up, and I'm asking everyone on the stream as well. How many people have you kissed in your life?
Oh, plenty.
Yeah, I know. What's a good number? An over under?
Over 20, under 50.
Yeah. All right. You know what? God bless Tucson girls, dude.
It's just a kiss.
It is just a kiss. And if you asked me the same question, I wouldn't be able to give you a definitive answer. I'd give you a ballpark of triple digits. Yeah, I'm a kissing bandit.
Whoa, look at you.
I mean, and
Mr. Mac.
I never even ran a kissing booth, but sometimes I speak with my lips. This survey was asked. The most popular answer was between 5 and 10 people.
Wow, that's tiny.
Yeah, compared to us, two little hoe bags.
Wow.
Yeah, dude, we were making out with everybody. I need you guys to answer that question on the stream.
Your whole life, though.
Your whole life.
That's crazy.
I know. 3% have never kissed anyone. I feel bad for them. In fact, actually, I could come across those 3%, and since my numbers are so high, anyways, I'll jump on that bullet and I'll kiss you. Make sure you're in the 1 percentile. So between 5 and 10 was the most popular answer. And
wow.
Our numbers are so high that it didn't even compute. Nobody who kissed anyone over 50 people admitted to that.
Wow.
We're the only two who would do that, right? All right. There was a new poll on household chores, and this shouldn't surprise anybody in a relationship. Men say they enjoy taking out the trash. Right?
Yeah, that is Kenzo's job.
That's his job. It's one job.
Not my job.
And they enjoy taking out the trash for 2 reasons. 1, it's probably the only thing they have to do. 2, they get out of the house long enough to stop hearing their wife bitch to them while taking out the trash.
It is a break.
Yeah. Now, women enjoy tidying, and men and women both enjoy cooking and grocery shopping, but 46% of men say they like doing the yard work. 34% like working on vehicles. Man stuff. But when it comes down to it, women are technically responsible for everything else and a whole lot more. That's including cleaning, organizing, dusting, making the bed, sweeping and mopping, doing the laundry, washing dishes, vacuuming. I can go on, but I ran out of breath. They do all that. We take out the trash, maybe do some yard work, and then work on our truck because we love our truck so much. Man stuff.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. All right. Now, coincidentally, or maybe not coincidentally, men are more likely than women to say that they're satisfied with the division of household chores. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, like I do the trash, and then she does the rest. I'm satisfied with that. Yeah, that's seems fair to me. I don't see what the big problem is, right? All right. Now, according to Consumer Reports, they asked basically which burger delivers the best value per ounce. When it comes to fast food burgers, if you were to guess which burger gives you the best value per ounce, what would you say, Mari?
Five Guys.
Five Guys. I don't know. I mean, with the how expensive Five Guys is nowadays.
It is.
Yeah. Like I went to go get Five Guys the other day, but then I realized I checked my bank account. And I'm like, I need to donate blood first.
Some plasma.
Yeah. And then lease out my car and then got myself a combo. But the hack there is get a small fry because that's enough to feed a family.
Yeah, seriously.
Five Guys was not on that list. Whataburger delivers the best burger value at $1.66 per ounce. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Shake Shack, their fries are the best value for that. But
We're getting a Shake Shack soon.
We already got one open, right?
No, I don't think it's open.
Oh,
Is it
that a
on
different
Campbell?
one? Yeah, I think it did. I'm confusing that and Steak and Shake, but no, we got Shake Shack.
It's open?
It's open. People love it. Yeah,
Ooh,
try it out.
where
All
have I
right.
been?
Yeah, I guess I gotta try out their fries. All right. Now, I love coffee. You love coffee.
I sure do.
We all love coffee. Do you think it helps you get through the day?
100%.
Okay.
And more.
Yeah. Would you rather show up late for work than skip the first cup of coffee?
I would rather be late.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm late all the time, though.
And over half people said that. 93% of coffee drinkers said it helps them get through the day. We're dependent on it for sure.
Oh,
Ideally,
absolutely.
we've had at least 2 cups by 11 a.m. and 28% of coffee drinkers expect to drink more of it after daylight saving time hits on Sunday. Oh, damn. Daylight saving time
Not for us.
on Sunday. Well, it still affects us because this
No.
is how, because I book different times for
Oh,
interviews.
for your guests.
Yeah. I always screw it up. Yeah. All right. And do you have any health-related apps?
I do not.
Well, you're in a rarity. The average person uses 6 different health-related apps.
Wow.
Yeah. 22% are hypochondriacs that have 10 or more.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait, do you have them?
I mean, I have my Apple Health thing, but that's pretty much it. ChatGPT is about to roll out a new health app. And since, it's so hard to get a PCP in this town, looks like I found myself a new doctor, right?
No, don't do it.
I don't know. More education through that. I don't know. Anyways, that's how we keep our finger on the pulse. That's what we feel like as a society. Another round of surveys says. All right, we're going to hit the reset. Be back with more Beef Figure Presents after music from Disturbed. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. Clear. All right. Who's still with us here? All right. A lot of us. It's good. Coffee gives you migraines. Well, you got to drink a lot of water.
Sorry about that.
I feel sorry for that.
Mhm.
What's some of the 30-ish? Brian kissed about 30 people. Toyota's only about 10. 10's good, though. 10's a good number, double digits.
Mhm.
If you marry young, then, you're not going to be kissing that many people. But I was shocked. It did seem surprisingly low to me.
So low.
Yeah.
I mean, what about a peck to your family member? You don't include that?
No, definitely don't include that. No, I'm just
So
talking.
this is a full-on French kiss.
Yeah, strictly tongue, dude. How many tongue kisses? How many people did you tongue kiss in your life? And honestly, it would for me it'd be over 100. And I would
Mac Daddy.
I would forget more than I would remember. I mean, I remember my first attempt to a tongue kiss. It was like 7th
my
grade
first kiss
dance.
was brutal. It was so gross.
Oh, dude, I almost knocked my teeth out. I almost looked like the hockey
bet.
player in the Team USA because we went in so fast and furious, and we
Oh.
went tooth to tooth.
Yes.
Boom.
Inexperienced.
Didn't stop us. Oh no. I mean, the pain and tears coming out of my eyes. I was still trying to go for it until the teachers broke us up.
Ugh, so sloppy.
Yeah, it was the 90s. It was a different time, where,
Slinging that tongue.
it was all hodum, So, all right, let's see. Look, there you go. Made out hundreds of chicks. There you go. Nice. Nice little humble brag. The coffee gives them migraines, but, maybe it's all the making out that's giving you the migraines as well. That could be a thing. All right. So let's see. We got a couple things we want to get to here, and I got viral videos that I want to show you. And I know, let's see, the Ryan Gosling thing. Actually, I might as well just play on the air because that's fun and it's clean. I want to show you this determined beaver. Yeah. So our animal news of the day here.
I've never seen a beaver in real life.
What?
You have?
Yeah, I've been to zoos.
They don't have. No.
Yeah, no, it's a
Have
zoo.
you seen a hippo?
Yeah, at a zoo.
You have?
Yeah, at a zoo.
I saw a hippo for the first time last year, and it was insane.
Well, they have I think they have hippos at the San Diego Zoo.
Oh.
I could be wrong. But I went to San Diego Zoo, so I would hope so. So this determined beaver here. So this is a shout out to police officers. Not all of it's fighting crimes or whatever the case may be.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes they have to do the ridiculous stuff like trying to get a beaver to get off the road. And this was a pretty funny little video here out of where is this at?
No.
It's a busy night there in that town. Crime slowed down while the beavers try to get back on the road.
Yeah, he doesn't want to go back on the sidewalk.
Right?
I don't know where he came from.
He's been working for a long time.
Yeah. Oh my God. No. Let's go. Come on.
Sidewalk. You can do it.
Go on the sidewalk. Go on the sidewalk.
There you go.
Yes.
Just when you think you got it,
On the grass.
he's like, nah, I like that road more.
Maybe a death wish.
Gee, that's what it
Goodbye,
is.
cruel world.
He's like, yeah, I don't give a damn about life.
Sorry, do yourself.
Beaver would say that. All right, there you go.
That's
See,
cute.
cops get all the beaver, dude. That's a fact. All right. Let me share this here. Earlier this morning, we covered a lot of things here. So as I reset the table, get ready for that Ryan Gosling clip here. Check out what we recorded. We have Heather. Good morning, Heather.
Good morning.
All right, now, the game that we are going to play today is the same game we played yesterday called Cut the Cord. I messed it up. Cut the Cord. Anyways, I'm going to give you 5 different song titles. 4 of those song titles are a Shinedown song, but I am actually going to mix in a song that is not a Shinedown song, and it's up to you to guess what the song that is not the Shinedown song is. You're going to buzz in with your name, and you can cut off my list if you recognize the wrong Shinedown song title before I get through my list of 5. You're going to, whoever buzzes in gets to guess. If you get it right, you get a point. If you get it wrong, your opponent gets a point. Whoever has the most points at the end of the game is the winner, but sore loser rules will be applied, meaning that the loser will decide the winner's fate, whether or not the winner will walk away with the tickets or I hang up on both of you, give them out to call number 69. And while we were off air, Heather mentioned to Patrick that she's playing for her kid. So if he applies sore loser rules, it's not against her, it's against her adorable 15-year-old son. And, how would that make Patrick feel, right?
Yep.
Now, I think it would have benefited you, Heather, to say your son was like 7, but...
It definitely would have benefited if he were here and I hadn't dropped him off already, but he is gone.
Right.
It's his band, not mine.
Is he doing good at school right now?
He is doing phenomenal.
Phenomenal. Okay, so keep that in mind, Patrick. You be, you're basically screwing over an honor society kid. Nobody wants to do that. All right, here we go. Into the thing. Buzz it with your name if you think you recognize which one of these song titles is not a Shinedown song title. Here we go. Save Me, Heroes, I'll Follow You, Cyanide, Sweet Tooth Suicide, Broken Halo Effect.
Patrick.
Cyanide Sweet Tooth one.
That is incorrect. Point goes to Heather. It was Broken Halo Effect. Here's our next round. Buzz in with your name if you think you know the answer. I was right?
Yeah. No.
Okay.
That's what I thought, though. I was going to guess what Patrick guessed. I have no idea.
Well, you can Google along here. All right. Real quick. Here's our next round. Try to tell me which one of these songs is not a Shinedown title. Shadow of the Static, Oblivion, What a Shame, Through the Ghost, Dangerous. Someone's got to buzz in. Patrick.
The first one?
Shadow of the Static is correct. Ooh. Yes. I see Heather is going with the strategy of not playing at all.
Yeah, I've heard all the songs, but I don't know the names of any songs, even by the bands that are my favorite bands. So this is definitely not my game.
Yeah, I mean, it's a difficult game for sure, but just keep in mind what makes it fair is sore loser rules at the end. So with that said, here's our next round. All right. And then we're all tied up 1-1. Whoever gets this next point is going to be our winner. It's as simple as that. So with that, here are your song titles. All right. Fake, Beyond the Sun, Fireproof Heart, Son of Sam, Nowhere Kids. Patrick for the win.
Is it the second one?
Beyond the Sun. No. All right, and with that, we got a score of 2-1, Heather, meaning Heather is our winner right now. But again,
I feel a little guilty. I didn't participate. Do you want to take my kid?
Patrick, do you want to take her kid? Well, it's 100% up to you, Patrick. Now, yes, you're right. Heather didn't play at all, and you lost the game just by playing. every single round and getting 2 out of the 3 answers wrong in a very difficult game. But again, what makes it a fair game is the sore loser rules at the end, right? So, Heather, is there anything you want to say to Patrick to possibly sway his decision before he lets me know what he wants to do?
I think okay, so if I get my kid tickets, he told me he would take the hardest math in the entire school. And in this concert is, I think, the day after school starts. So this is how I got him into like a super awesome college-ready math class. Was being able to go to this concert. That was my agreement with him.
Right. So if she takes her kid to Shinedown, Patrick, he's going to grow up to be an engineer. If she doesn't, he's going to grow up to be a Circle K attendant, which is okay too. You know, yes, absolutely. I love my Circle K attendants. Don't get me wrong. But there's a difference in a tax bracket between engineer and attendant at a Circle K. All right. What's your decision there, Patrick?
Oh, as much as, I want to be the nice guy. I did that last time. I'm a little bitter that the game was more difficult than it was yesterday, so I'm going to have to apply sore loser rules.
Oh, no.
Even the offer to take my kid is off the table?
Yeah, well, I don't know if we could legally allow that anyways, Heather. Let's be honest.
I don't know if I would allow that.
I'll
definitely change the answer after he says yes, and I'll say, oh, no, never mind. Maybe it's a bad idea.
Right.
Well, let's see if karma is on your side, Heather. I'm going to have to hang up on both of you. Give them out to caller number 69 right now. So call now and good luck, everybody. Call now. Good luck. Sore loser rules were applied. Who's going to grab those tickets? We're going to find out after these words. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. All right, we're back here live. Go ahead and you got the headphones on, and we got guests in the studio because we've got a big festival that's happening. You say tomorrow? Is it tomorrow?
It's Saturday.
Saturday makes more sense for that. Real quick before we get into that, just to address Todd's comment, sore loser rules makes it the most fair because if you feel like you got screwed over in the game, then you could give yourself a second opportunity to win, and that's what it is. So basically, this is Nicholas and Ricky. Nicholas is an artist, and Ricky is concert promoter, huh?
No, I'm the artist.
You're the artist. You're the promoter.
Yes.
Nicholas is the promoter. Ricky is the artist. Hey, you know what? With the twang, I can see the artist part. Let's see. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. I'm getting caught up, boys. I'll be honest with you. You know what I mean? They gave me a heads up this morning, which I'm very excited about. Just any kind of festivities and live music, I'm all about. So we're going to talk about the Country Fever that's going to be happening this Saturday. Real quick, someone's calling. Rock 102.1, who's this? Yo. Oh, they hung up. All right, that's fine. We could talk Country Fever right now. Now, Nicholas, you're a concert promoter, and you're putting together a festival called Country Fever, which involves food, live music, and more. And Ricky, you're the artist. So how long have you been a promoter, and where's this festival going to be at?
The festival is going to be at Medela Vina Ranch off of Houghton and Irvington on the east side of Tucson. And this is technically our fourth year promoting events and doing this professionally.
Nice. Yeah, now you showed off a massive belt buckle here. What is this belt buckle all about? You can win this belt buckle?
Yeah, so we do a line dance competition and lessons. So after the lessons, we do the competition, which will be taking place after Unwound Band plays, which is Rich here with me.
Nice.
And so after they play, we're going to do the competition. It's going to be essentially, the judges are going to pick out who's their favorite one, and then they get a chance to win a custom Country Fever Tucson belt buckle.
And it's massive, dude.
It's pretty good. It's like 5x3.
Yeah, no, it looks like I'm kind of like a wrestling mark, so it looks like a heavyweight championship belt, dude. It's like, it makes me wish I know how to, if I had any rhythm at all on my feet. And look, I understand with line dancing and two-step, there's so many great instructors out there. And they're like, look, you don't even need that much rhythm if you just know how to count. And I know how to count, but I just can't put two and two together, dude. So I'm just not going to qualify to win this. But I know there's a lot of people out there that hear line dancing competition. They're all about it. I mean, I see what goes down at the Maverick. and there's a lot of pros out there as well. So that's a lot of fun, dude. I mean, have you done a festival at these grounds before?
Yes, this is our second year with Country Fever Tucson being hosted at Medella Vina.
Yeah. So how big is it? Like, what are we expecting as far as, what would you like to see as far as attendance for this?
Yeah, attendance, we would love to see around 1,100 people or more. Greater is always better.
Yeah.
But we're anticipating for around 1,500 with, 93.3 Hank FM promoting it as well.
Yeah.
And then with our new stage sponsor, Pyramid Federal Credit Union.
Yeah, no, it's great. And on top of that, you have a bunch of food. We love our food trucks. Who do you got involved this year?
So we got Biggie Boy Barbecues, Queen Ceviche, Viva Burrito, Donut Blitz, and Dirty Spur Soda Company.
Ooh.
Nice. Oh, Dirty Spur Soda Company.
I'm looking forward to that one.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Some old-fashioned style soda.
Oh, I'm so into that. And then it's super family friendly too. Kids in 12 and under are free.
Yep, all kids 12 and under are free, and we have a bunch of activities. We have a mechanical bull.
That's cool.
Some lawn games, giveaway prizes, as well as horseback riding and a petting zoo.
What? Yeah. So this is basically one of those events and stuff that is like multifaceted. So you get a little bit of everything, whatever you want to do. Yeah, with music in the background, you can get up there and you can rock out. You can line dance to it. You can just feast or just have a lot of fun. So you created this like playground that's right there in the park, which is great news for the east side of Tucson as well.
It needed it.
Yeah. Now, Unwound Band. Where have you usually gigged around town? Do you gig around town normally?
Yeah, we do. We play the Maverick, Whiskey Roads, the Outlaw.
Yeah, all the good spots.
All the good spots. We do private events as well. Yeah, we're a cover band. Started about 7 years ago.
Oh, nice.
I've been playing quite a bit around town since then. This is our second year doing the event, the Country Fever, and looking forward to it. It was amazing last year. Can't wait to see what it's going to be this year.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Now with Austin Burke and Hank Ruff, those are they more like original artists?
Yes, so they're original artists. Nice. And then Austin is actually from Phoenix, born and raised, and he lives in Tennessee now. And then Hank Ruff, he's coming from Indianapolis.
Austin's from Phoenix and now lives in Nashville. Mm-hmm. See, that's just a city joke. All right, so
I didn't get that.
Went over my head.
I know.
What are you talking about?
Austin, Texas. Come on, y'all. All right.
Nashville, Tennessee.
Yeah, in Nashville, Tennessee. I guarantee you that's where he's living, and I didn't even ask.
Tennessee, yeah.
Yeah, he's in Nashville, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's where they all go, right? Who else lives outside of Nashville in Tennessee? What's a name one other city in Tennessee?
I have no idea.
Exactly. Right. Nashville. Right. That's how it goes. But that makes sense that you do the line dancing competition with Unwound Band because, they know how to make sure people are two-stepping all the way through because people want to dance to what they know. And that's where you bring in the pros like Unwound Band. And then, of course, country lovers can enjoy the original artistry of Hank Ruff and Austin Burke. Now, look, I would DJ back in the day to get the dance floor going during my time. There was a couple go-to songs. So same thing as a cover band, you want to get that two-step going. What's the song that you're playing to make that that everyone's going to hit the dance floor and start two-stepping?
Well, two-stepping, you don't get any better than Amarillo by Morning.
Yeah.
George Strait, the king. It's going to get everybody out there. That Neon Moon, of course.
Right.
And then for line dancing, you throw some Good Times at Copperhead Road.
Yeah. Yeah. Copperhead Road is one I enjoy throwing out there every now and then too. So, it sounds like a great time. Hank FM is presenting it, and you could get all the information at crankthehanktucson.com. There you just click on the Country Fever banner. It's going to give you all the info. Again, country music, lots of great food, tons of festivities, and it's good for the kids. And you might even be able to win yourself a buckle that would make even your most cowboy friend jealous because it's a fantastic looking buckle. I appreciate all the info, guys. It's going down this Saturday, March 7th from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. at Medella Vina Ranch. And it should be beautiful weather this weekend as well. So I think you lucked out. Yeah, so I'll knock on wood and keep my fingers crossed on that. I appreciate it.
Are only $25 too, so super affordable.
Nice and affordable for families too, because 12 and under, even if they're 13, just say they're 12. I don't know. How are you gonna check? Who has IDs for that? I was saying my 17-year-old daughter, I was getting her like the kid discount of movie theaters at 17 because she's so short. Yeah.
I'll make sure to have that.
I was the same
You have
way.
to be this height to get it.
We're like, it's a growth spurt. It's like, I'm only 9. I'm 6'2". I got a tumor. It's okay. No. Well, I appreciate you guys coming in and giving us a heads up. We're going to hit the reset. Be back with more Beef Figure Presents after music from Five Finger Death Punch and Rock 102.1 KFMA. Nice. Yeah. Thank you guys for coming in.
So much.
Thank you.
That is such a cool event.
Yeah,
It was.
y'all available too. Come on out.
Yeah, my kids have their 2 big fundraisers.
Oh,
like
wow.
Chuck Wagon, right, for Sam Hughes, and then this other school, this preschool.
All right, as we get the reset here, behind the scenes, we did run another round of Ask a Conspiracist. In case you missed it, it went like this. But we are allies of you. We want to try to help you try to figure out what's going on in the madness in the world. And the way that we do that is to read between the lines and tell you what's really going on. And I want to do that again with you today, Miss Mari. It's time for another round of Ask a Conspiracist. So what news did you come across today?
All right, as to be expected, oil prices jumped more than 8% after the U.S. and Israel strikes on Iran with concerns about disruptions in the Strait of Hormuz. Analysts warned gas prices could rise by at least 20 cents per gallon this week.
No. Before you start trying to count your pennies and save your gas.
Well, there's no more pennies.
Start carpooling. Just know that oil doesn't spike because of war. It spikes because of anticipation. Oh, yeah. The market moves before anything actually happens. Nothing has been blocked. Nothing has stopped flowing. Yet prices, they just jump instantly. Why? Because oil isn't priced on barrels. It's priced on our anxiety. That's the market. They see it. Fear creates a need, and need creates costs, right? And so every time a geopolitical tension rises, somewhere a refinery executive updates a spreadsheet, and suddenly your commute costs more. The Strait of Hormuz, or however you pronounce it, doesn't even have to close. It just has to trend on Twitter for us to spend more on our gas.
Wild.
I know. And that's a reality. So
no, that's been a theme for other ones too,
For every single one. So gas didn't get expensive because of supply. We have tons of it, trust me. It got expensive because of suspense. And the more suspenseful our narrative gets, the more we're willing to spend because we just assume I guess we ran out of gas.
Yeah, like toilet paper.
Yeah, no. We just literally took over an entire country of Venezuela and took all their reserves. You think we are short on barrels of oil? No, man, we're swimming in it. It's not even Texas tea anymore. It's literally America's agua.
Ooh.
I know, sorry, I'm getting mad now. All right, what's our next story?
All right, that's strange. A new Florida health rule reduces eligibility for the state's AIDS drugs assistance program, potentially cutting off access to HIV medication for thousands of low-income residents. Officials cite rising costs and federal funding gaps.
Yeah, that's not great news in Florida.
It's not.
But don't worry, this isn't just budgeting. It's optics math.
Optics math?
Yeah, because when funding gets tight, programs don't disappear. They shrink quietly. 90-day emergency rules, income thresholds that sound technical but change lives. It's not about whether, people deserve treatment. Nah, it's about who fits neatly inside the spreadsheet line. Temporary policies, yeah, they have a funny way of becoming permanent once people get used to the new normal. So it's not a cut. It's a line drawn thinner. And unfortunately, people with less money are not within that gap. Yeah, I don't know. That's Florida saying, hey, we don't need poor people. We need tourists. I know.
I don't like that one.
No, I don't like it either. Sorry. Sometimes some of these conspiracies don't end with a happy ending.
You said it was heavy. It is heavy.
Yeah, we're covering real news, but this is what's really going on in between the real news. So let's have one more story, and then we'll try to, wrap it up with a yakety-yak joke or something.
Well, this one sounds tasty. The Vatican is cleaning a chalky white salt buildup from Michelangelo's The Last Judgment, caused by moisture and sweat from the thousands of visitors who pass through daily.
Oh, you think that sounds tasty?
Yeah, they should grind it up and sprinkle on some pasta.
Oh, you like salty white film, huh? I thought,
I like
once you
salt.
get married, you stop liking salty white film.
I like salt.
That's crazy. No, it's not. Trust me, that's not just salt. So I don't think you want to lick it. It's a collective stress. If you put 25,000 people a day in one room staring at divine judgment, taking selfies, whispering, sweating, eventually the walls will start absorbing it. So that film, it isn't dirt, and that's the good news. It's centuries of human anxiety slowly crystallizing. Yeah, and notice they're cleaning it right before Easter. That's not random timing. Sometimes Restoration is just reputation management. So it's not a cleaning, it's a spiritual reset.
But if it's crystallized anxiety, maybe it would reduce my anxiety.
Yeah,
right?
maybe.
Like counteract it.
Well, look, I told you there's plenty of health benefits for ingesting salty white film on a regular basis.
No.
I'm just saying this
I'm
one.
so sorry I took it there.
Well, I'm just saying.
I'm so sorry.
I mean, look it up. Like seriously, it's like a natural Zoloft. Anyways, when oil moves on vibes, budgets move on optics, and even the Vatican needs a wipe down. Maybe the system runs on pressure. Think about that. And always learn to read between the lines whenever you get fed this news from the mainstream media. But if you can't do that, then don't worry. You could always ask a conspiracist. All right, we're back here on Rock 1 2.1, or not on the FM side yet. I'd like to thank our guests for popping in, Nicholas and Richie and stuff, for talking a little country music. That's because we don't have any on-air programming for Crank the Hank, so we got to do the heavy lifting there. But it was fun. It's still a live music event. A lot of things happening this Saturday. It's a busy week indeed. Of course, AEW's Collision. That's where I'll be on Saturday. I know. And then Friday, we're going to have her AEW Women's Champion, Tekla, in studio. And Mari's like, do you need me in here? And I'm like, I need you in here more than you know, because Tekla, she is Australian, but she's Austrian. Is she Austrian?
Yeah, it's from Austria.
Oh shit, dude, I can't read. But she also wrestled in Japan for a little bit, and she loves Japanese culture. And I'm like, well, so does Mari. You know,
I do.
What's up, Mad Cat Black, or Mad Black Cats? I told you can't read one. And so, yeah, we have that going on. Tekla's studio Friday, and it's going to be super fun. And, it's kind of AEW week as well. So lots of events happening. Like I said, on Saturday, there was going to be, tomorrow we're going to have Remedy Ray in studio, and there's this like a girl showcase, a female artist showcase, that's being put together, a brick box on Saturday. And I was going to have them in studio, which they would have been out of format too. So, I mean, honestly, for the podcast broadcast, we have no format. We're the internet. On Rock 1 2.1, we're very much formatted into the rock music. But here, we'll feature anything that is artist and passionate. And Rock 1 2.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. We're live here on the air. Let's get to this clip. Like I was saying, last week we were gifted a viral moment from wrestler Darby Allin, and this was a situation where I really feel like it was a work, like it was a plan on his part, not necessarily giving me a heads up. So I was a participant in this, realizing it was a work in real time, but maybe it was a prank against me. Either way, it doesn't matter. It served its purpose. It went viral within the wrestling community. It was great promotion for AEW Collision this Saturday. But the reason why I bring that up is because sometimes these situations and viral interview moments happen by accident. And that's exactly what happened with this clip that I'm about to share with you. Now, basically, there's a guy who is a movie interviewer of sorts, right? He has his name's Jake Stakes, and he had this great opportunity to interview Ryan Gosling as he's doing his rounds promoting his latest film. But the thing is, he didn't necessarily plan it properly, because earlier in the day, he planned to do a tour with the Grand Canyon, which is fine. Grand Canyon was beautiful and everything, and he was on a tour bus, but on his way back to his house so he can get ready for his interview with Ryan Gosling, the tour bus broke down, and they were stranded on the side of the highway. And the interview time came up, and he's like, F it, we'll go live. And he ended up conducting the interview from the side of a highway while his tour bus was broken down. It was hilarious. It turned into a viral moment, and it was one of those happy accidents that made his interview so endearing. And I want to share it with you. And the best part about it is that Ryan Gosling didn't even want to promote his film. He was too concerned with the well-being of the man that was interviewing him and everyone else around him, right? So listen to this. This is what went down.
Films in space. How are the acting experiences different for you?
Do you have help on the way?
Ryan, good to see you again, my friend. How are you?
Are you in a volcano?
Okay, so I'm actually in the middle of my own Project Hail Mary, because I was rushing back from a tour of the Grand Canyon to do this interview, and we broke down on the side of the road.
No!
And I am on the side of the road, surrounded by Rocky's family.
There's like 4 cars on a trailer just went by behind you. Just get one of those.
Obviously, I would do anything not to miss an interview with you, man. So I appreciate you still taking the time.
And you look.
That's called a verbal beach, by the way. Us interviewers know how to do that from time to time. Yeah.
Look like Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible, like the one where he's climbing.
I hope you know that this is not what I wanted for our interview, man. But I appreciate you taking the time.
This is amazing. This is not. I don't want you to be stranded, but this is the production value on this is
weirdly kind of works for this movie. I don't know if we can pan over. Like that's literally that's my bus over there, full of people, and we're broken.
Oh, it's a bus.
So I'd love to know, even though there are 3 different films in space, how are the acting experiences different for you?
Do you have help on the way? Hold on. Let's just first things first. Do you have water?
We have water. We do have water.
Are you staying hydrated?
We are staying hydrated in the middle of the desert. Yes.
You're honestly, sure? And you're sure you have enough water for everyone? Because that could get ugly.
Listen, I said I've got water.
That's what I was going to say. Squirrel away a little. Start squirreling. ABS, man. Always be squirreling in a situation.
Always be squirreling. That's the Hamilton family motto, Ryan Gosling. Listen, I've got water and I've got hair product. I'm good to go. And you know the best part of this, my girlfriend is holding the phone.
Can she turn it around, please?
Uh-oh.
Babe,
don't let Ryan
Hi.
Girlfriend.
Hi.
This is Iris.
Hi, Iris.
On the phone.
This is Ryan.
You're MVP, Iris.
I know, this is fun.
That was a good question that I asked, by the way.
It was a great question. Sorry. Thank you, Iris. I mean, I am worried about your hydration.
Yeah, so like again, the whole interview is derailed. He wants to ask him questions about his movies, do the job, and Ryan Gosling's like, "No, man, I've been answering the same questions all day. I'm so much more invested in your situation that I don't care about any of that." And it's a little bit more, and you can tell he's getting a little kind of like peeved about it, but you know, he ran with it. I'd be upset too if Ryan Gosling was about to steal my girlfriend, because you know he just DM'd Iris immediately after this.
No,
I know he's in a
dad.
relationship.
Yeah, he's got Evo and
Yeah,
Eva Gloria.
Yeah,
She's
exactly.
amazing.
Yeah, but it's Hollywood. They're all in open relationships. They're all poly. When good-looking people are never 100% faithful. They're just always in an agreement saying, "Hey, as a good-looking person, we agree to be able to hook up with other good-looking people at will because the opportunities present themselves regularly."
How do you know this?
Well, I have friends with good-looking people. Obviously, I don't know it by myself. But thanks for bringing that up.
Do you have any? You got a power bar?
We've got what do we got? We've got about half a bag of gummy worms.
Okay.
And a can-do attitude, much like Grace does in the film.
Special thanks to Iris.
You're welcome.
See?
All right, buddy.
See what I'm saying? That's Gosling charm.
I mean, it's Gosling.
Name dropping and everything. Yeah, you're doomed, Jake Stakes. Ryan Gosling just stole your girlfriend.
We love you. Thank you for rolling with this, man. This wasn't how I wanted this to be, but I appreciate you being a good sport.
Do you guys have a blanket if it gets cold?
We have each other. You know, and we have memories of this moment.
Okay.
Yeah. Hold on to her tight while you can, Jake Stakes, because she's getting got by the Gosling.
Keep us warm for a lifetime.
I definitely want to hear that you got out of this.
I will reach out to the studio and let you know.
Okay,
man.
let us know.
I appreciate you. So I'd love to know, even though they're
there you go. So that was the interview. Again, I don't even know if they talked about the movie at all.
I don't know.
But yeah, that was perfect Gosling it up, right? So I just wanted to share that viral video of the day. Let's hit the reset on the FM side. We'll keep the conversation moving on the podcast broadcast and wrap things up with the beef tip right after these words and music from Blind Melon and Rock 102.1 KFMA. There we go. Hitting all the teases properly. So yeah.
Are you going to see Darby on Saturday?
Yeah, I think so.
Are you going to ask him?
If I see him in person, am I going to be backstage at AEW? Probably not. I wouldn't assume so unless I get the invitation from the publicist. I respect the security at the Tucson Arena as much as I could be like, hey, they know me. I found out the hard way with Joe Coy when I was just trying like, hey, he wants me to go back there and like not without a pass. I'm like, fair enough, dude. And had to have a conversation because I don't want to put any of my guys or girls for that matter in a position where they get in trouble over me being entitled. You know what I mean? It's a slippery slope, because I'm sure a lot of them would be like, yeah, but it's beef, dude. But in this situation with AEW, it's such a bigger operation. I won't be able to park where I normally park because they'll have actual tour buses and that entire lot's going to be full. So I'll have to plan accordingly, which is fine. What I'll do is I'll probably Uber it down there and everything. But so long story short, I'll probably not talk to him in person.
So you'll just never know.
No, I know. I've been talking to his brother Max. I knew in real time when it was happening. I knew. Do I need to pull it up? I mean, I can.
No, I watched it. I get it. I see your wheels turning.
Well, no, it's not even that. I mean, I'll show you the exact moment that I knew for a fact.
Face paint.
Yeah, it was the face paint line. Yeah, 100%. So if you don't know what I'm referring to, when I was talking to Darby Allin and he gets kicked out here.
I think you can say thank you for the gift.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I would absolutely say thank you for the gift. Oh, actually, I did tell his brother and his publicist thank you for the gift.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a gift. So here is where it is. So this is the clip that's gone viral. If you haven't seen it before, which I'm sure a lot of you already have, Darby Allin getting kicked out by his Uber driver mid-interview with us. And a lot of people online believe that it's real, but a lot of people are saying, no, it's fake. And of course, wrestling experts too are like saying it's fake. And you know what? The ones who are saying it's fake, in a way, they're right. The reactions and everything are real. It's well executed. It's wildly entertaining.
Entertaining.
It was great on the air, and it's doing great online. And and the fact that it is in that murky area where people don't know whether it's real or fake just means that it was just so well executed on his part. Now, he didn't give me a heads up on this at all. But again, immediately when it started, I was just like, okay, this is how you want to wrap the interview. Like, whatever, that's fine. We're done with time here, I guess. And then I started leaning into it. I'm like, okay, this is fun. And then for a second, I'm like, wait, is this real? And then the next second, I'm like, oh no, it's obviously not.
What a roller coaster.
Yeah. Emotional roller coaster that I'm dealing with in real time with a smile on my face.
Yeah, you handled that great.
Yeah, dude. And honestly, the online comments are pretty good too. I mean, I even got some people complimenting me. I mean, I've some people, hating the name or whatever the case may be. Some people don't like my approach, but one person was like, I love how the interviewer is rage baiting the Uber driver. And I'm like, yeah, I'm rage baiting him. If it was a real Uber driver, I might have had a little more respect and soft talked him. But the fact that I knew it wasn't a real Uber driver, I'm like, well, guess what? Fuck you. I'm gonna say some things that really piss you off.
I know. You went along with it well too, though. The Uber driver was very convincing.
They all did. I mean, all three of us, let's be honest. We nailed
Sold it.
Yes. But only two of us were aware of it in real time. I had to figure it out, two of us were in on it. One of us didn't. But the line that you'll hear is when the Uber driver says, I knew you were trouble with your half face paint and blah, blah, blah. Now, Darby Allin famously wears his face paint, half of his face painted. Now, he's tattooed, but that's not face paint. And no one would say that unless they knew.
What's his face, though? What's his face when he says that? Because Darby's face right there looks a little...
He's what? What do you think his face is saying right here?
He knows,
Potentially. Yeah.
I knew with this face paint, this Gene Simmons thing, like you were gonna be trouble. Like,
yeah, I knew with this face paint and his Gene Simmons thing, right? And then I'm like, yeah. I say yeah here. Yeah. Got it. Okay. Yeah, this is where we're at.
That was the light bulb.
Oh, 100%. Well, I mean, like I said, at first I'm like, this is fake. And then around here, I'm like, maybe this is real. And then he said that, and I'm like, okay, yeah. All right, this is what we're doing. All right. And I was in for it and leaned into it. And if I would have called it out, it wouldn't have went as viral as it did.
Oh, no, it was great. You went with it so well. Darby just seems like such a fun time, though, to talk to him in person,
Yeah, for sure. Well, the thing is, too, I think he decided to do the prank when he was watching the beginning of the show. He didn't like the things I was saying about AEW.
You think so? You think it was intentional?
No, I know so, because his publicist was like, quick note, when you have Tekla in, don't talk about AEW not being able to sell out arenas.
Oh, really?
So he didn't like the smart mark talk, I guess. But at the same time, I was complimenting AEW, and he said it was a little bit of an uphill to start the conversation because he didn't know how he would approach it. At first, he came in, he kind of had this like standoffish attitude, and I was like, "Huh, I wonder what that is." But really, is because he was kind of a little peeved at some of the things I was saying, some of my observations, some of my honest observations, and honestly, I was saying with AEW going to B markets, right? I think it's good. It's a good business move on AEW. It's not that they can't do A markets. It's that, TKO has stopped going to B markets. And that was the bread and butter and the lifeline of professional wrestling. Vince McMahon knew this, that, wrestling was for the people. He made it affordable for families to come out. And that's how he kept growing that operation. And for him to, for TKO to not go to over half the country because it's not profitable enough is a slap in the face of wrestling fans who grew up going to a show once every year or two. AEW is picking up that slack, and that can only benefit AEW in the long run. So that was my point as I was trying to say it. And like I said, Darby was not a fan of it at first, but I think potentially I want him over in the long run. Yeah, we'll see. All right, so Wrestling Talk kind of lost a bunch of people, but we did get a bunch of people at the beginning of this podcast broadcast, man. There's a little bit of growth happening here. And I'm super excited about that. So, and it looked like there wasn't too much hate on the strolls too, or the scrolls. So that's good stuff. All right, let's get on here. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Fun show with you as always, Maury.
Yes.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we're wrapping up for today, but we have a lot to get to for the rest of the week. I mean, tomorrow's going to be a jam-packed show. Kendall, Yaz, Rico, all popping in on the show tomorrow. We're also going to have Remedy Ray. We'll continue to give away tickets for Shine Down in August. That's going to be at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning for your opportunity to win those. I'm sorry, 8 o'clock tomorrow morning for your opportunity to win those and a whole lot more. So just keep listening for your chances to win. Hang out with us and be ready. Now, of course, earlier this morning, or actually at the top of the hour, we talked about how many people did you kiss, right? The survey said that the most common answer was between 5 and 10. That's blasphemous.
Blasphemous.
Yeah.
So tiny.
Yeah.
Get out there, people.
They say you only live once. That's a lie. You only die once. You live every day. And if you're not kissing randos, are you even living? So my beef tip to you is to get that number up. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It doesn't need to be 100, like the man whore beef vegan that you're hearing right now.
Yeah, don't do that.
It doesn't even have to be around 50, as Mari was generously
I said under
gifting 50 dudes kisses. I'm guessing it's around 50. If you say under, it's just the math, the girl math. You always exaggerate. Like how many people, like what's your body count? If you say a number, you always add some. Yeah. So
over 20 though. Under 50.
Yeah, it's about 55. I think you've kissed the speed limit in most states.
Okay.
Same thing for the math. If a guy says how many people he slept with, you subtract some. So whatever, that's how it is. But I'm just encouraging everyone out there, to get those numbers up. It's good for your immune system. Kissing is a great way to burn calories and build up your immunity. And if you're single and stuff and you're looking to make a connection, start with a kiss and don't be afraid to kiss people as long as they don't have any like open sores on their mouth. And that's your beef tip today.
Thank you.
Yeah. Whore it up. But only kiss whore. Only mouth whore stuff.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. You don't have to go all the way.
No.
I mean, that's a full-blown connection. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, that's the way we're going to end the show. So thank you guys for listening. Enjoy the rest of your day. Drive safe, ride safe. And as always, rock local. Later.
When you wish upon a side of beef,
52.
soon will come an end to all your grief.
Los besitos.
But if you've been mean or kind to
mucho besitos.